In this episode of Project Nigel, I am at a place called Chesterfield to collect a Rover 25L series, known as Janet Data Jackson. Right, this is where Boaty has chosen to store the car while he's not using it. Strange place. That works, good. You won't believe it! He's already told me it started with a funny noise, so that's something to look forward to. Oh dear. Well, I hope that noise does go away, because that doesn't sound very good at all. Any car left. Boaty said it'll go away quite soon. Let's hope it does, because I don't like that sound at all. Not in the slightest bit. He did offer me lunch, but I really need to be going home. It's going to get dark soon, and due to how far I am off and how close I am to Sheffield rather than where Boaty lives, which is Chesterfield, I'm just going to take the motorway, because it's probably going to be quicker and less stressful. Driving through the Peak District in the dark isn't pleasant. I know, I've done it, when you can't see where all the potholes are. I don't want to hit any potholes. Potholes are bad. Yeah. It's a strange place to park.
Achilles. But we'll start. The BBC News, read today by Vinci Howard.
Holocaust survivors and world leaders have gathered at the Auschwitz.
The responsibility of remembrance rests far heavier on our shoulders.
So it's time to settle back and enjoy the M1 and M62 for my journey home. Boaty said that whining noise would go away, and it does appear to have done. I think the power steering's a bit low, or either that or the power steering pump is just about to give up and say, no thank you. Try and steer one of these without your power steering. Not easy. It's a very, very heavy engine. Probably twice the weight of the K-Series engine, which normally I would much prefer because of how delicate they handle. Whereas this, it's nice and straight, just smooth along, and it doesn't half pick up. Besides that power steering whine, this is a really cool car. I really do like it. Never driven it on the motorway before. All I did was just drive it back to work, and then Boaty took it on. It's really good. It's so stable, and it's punchy, like really punchy. It feels like it's already had the Chaz Lee ECU installed into it, but I know it hasn't. At least I don't think it has. The only concern is that power steering pump. Listen, just going along in a straight, dip the clutch. Whee-oo. It's clearly struggling a bit there. Watch this accelerate though. So we're doing 60 now. Put my foot down and 70. That is good. That's really very good indeed. It's also well worthwhile avoiding doing if you want to get home without putting any more fuel in. And I don't want to put any more fuel in. Not too far off now. When I get to the top of this hill here, the top of Windy Hill, I'm going to coast all the way down the other side of the motorway just to give the power steering pump a rest. Sitting behind this truck here and sound like an aeroplane landing. But we've got enough of this, the hill's steep enough for the car just to keep on going along at 60. It's actually picking up ever so slightly. If I was in a wagon right now, have you ever experienced overspeed? Overtaken in neutral. Never done that before. And wow. Well, this lorry's been held up by that Fiat Panda by the looks of it. Anyway, back in Milne Row. So that's the journey over with. Used up just the right amount of diesel so that there is now none left. The whining has actually gone, but I'm not sure it is the power steering. Could be that there's not quite enough oil in the gearbox or something like that. Anyway, it's been a lovely drive. This drives better than my 400. It's just not as comfortable. The seats are not anywhere near as comfortable, in fact. I've got that aching shoulder feeling, which isn't particularly pleasant. At the moment it feels a bit like if I dry steer this, there's going to be no assistance. Anyway, it is a lovely car to drive. It's just not as comfortable as my 400. Well, I'm not entirely sure I got across the sense of trepidation going on just there. That journey, it was only nearly 90 miles. But with those strange noises going on all the time, I didn't actually feel that comfortable, even though I was quite happy driving the car. It's a lovely car. Yeah, it's another one of those cars I'd quite like to be keeping, but I can't, obviously. Power steering, whingy noises, the fear of something just giving way. And then thinking that possibly it's not even the power steering at all, but actually the gearbox, even worse. But no, back okay, no problems. Time to investigate. Then it can go for sale.